Hi, I am Jennifer with Photo and Story Treasures, and today I'm going to show you how to create cards and invitations using Artisan, which is digital scrapbooking software by Forever. So I'm going to show you, hop over to my Artisan software program right now. And you can see down here at the bottom, or just the last, whatever that is, 8 projects that I've made here. I'm going to show you kind of from start to finish how to create a card or invitation using Artisan. So I'm going to start here with create new project. And this will take me to all of the possible projects that I could ever want to make in Artisan. There are a bunch of different book sizes you can see here. But to navigate to other options besides books, I'll come and click over here. Now, cards, unsurprisingly, are under cards. So I'll click cards, and you have a whole bunch of options in Artisan. So there are 4x6 cards, and they're called flat cards because they have a front and a back. They don't open or fold or anything. So that's what these are. Cards come with envelopes, and they come in packs of 10. So we have 4x6 flat cards, either landscape or portrait. We have 5x7 flat cards, landscape or portrait. And then we have 4x8 flat cards, which I just want to point out here when I click on them. These actually, so they print single-sided, not double-sided like the other ones. They do include the envelope, but they also are ordered singly, so one at a time. So instead of in increments of 10, you can order 7 or whatever. And I also do want to point out to always check the deals tab, DEALS, deals, at the Forever website before you order, because they're almost always on sale. Kind of 20% off to 50% off is sort of the rough estimate. And just so you know, if you order these in 5 packs of 10 or more, not the flat cards, but the ones that come in packs of 10, then you get a bulk discount as well, which is automatically applied at checkout. So all right, so other options would be then the folded cards. So we have flat double-sided, we have these that are flat single-sided and ordered singly, and then we have folded cards. So these are kind of like your traditional greeting cards, right? The kind that you would buy at Hallmark, only they're way cuter and personalized, right? So we've got 4x6 landscape and portrait, 5x7 landscape and portrait. Also under cards, just for your information, are business cards, which are available also double-sided in landscape and portrait. So let's see, what should we create today? How about let's do a 4x6 flat card that is landscape. So I'm going to click on that, bring it up, and then I'm going to click next because that's the one I've selected. Now I have purchased, well, some of these are free, but I have purchased a few templates that can go in my project. If I want to just use a blank template, which I'll show you in a minute, then I would click blank. In that case, I'm just going to create something by myself. All right. If I do want to choose one of these templates, like this one, I particularly bought in order to show you. Actually, it was free because I used my referral link, long story. But anyway, so that was just for you. So next, so it's verifying with me that this is what I want to do. I want to make 4x6 flat cards, and I want to use this template pre-designed option. So I'm going to click yes. And then what happens is it asks me if I want to add my photos, which I will do later. And I'm going to click next. So now I'm going to name it. I'm going to write practice card, but you could name it Christmas card 2021 or graduation 2022 or whatever you want to name it. So I'm going to create it now. Click create and it will open. So look how cool this is because I'm just using a template. It's already kind of, designed for me here. I can click from the Smiths to edit that. Now, the fun thing too is that because I'm working in Artisan, I'm not limited to this font that was pre-chosen in the design, okay? I can come up here and actually change it to one of my fonts from my computer, which is kind of cool. Ooh, and I just downloaded a new font. If it takes me too long to remember what it's named, then I won't do it. Yeah, it's called Hello Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to change it. And I'm going to make it a little bigger, 16, 18. So this is kind of the fun thing that you can do when you're creating in Artisan. You can just change the font, or you can change the size, or just do whatever you want. All right, so I'm going to go back to my photos. Oh, actually, I'm going to pause. I forgot to upload photos. Hold on. All right, here we are. So what I did was I clicked get photos, and then I chose them from my computer. And just what I like to do is just to not show off my family, my kids all the time, where they're like, stop showing me on the internet. I just like to use little ones that I've downloaded from Pixabay. So I'm going to use this one and this one, and this one and this one. Okay. Then I click open, and now all those pictures are accessible in this program in Artisan. So you can see these are just photo placeholders. So I'm going to drop all of my photos here. Just click and drag, click and drag. Now, if I decide, oh, that one's terrible, that one doesn't look good there, all you have to do is adjust them. Okay. And if that's still not good, then I can either make this smaller, I can scoot this over a little. If it doesn't scoot as much as I want to, hold on, photo zoom, I can zoom in a little bit, and then that gives me more place, more room to scoot. Okay, so again, you can just adjust your photos as you like. So let's see. This is the front of my photo. And if I wanted, I could actually put, well, let's just do it. Let's come up to insert text. I can put a text box here and say like, excuse me, say like our trip to Sweden. And then adjust the size and the font, whatever I'd like to do. I can adjust the, like if it's centered or justified, etc., and then click create. Okay, so I can actually add text on top of these if I want to say, this was our day at the park, or this, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to click save. You have to do that in Artisan, always save before you move on to a different page. And then over here at the right, I'm going to click pages, and that is my front page. My back page is actually blank. So this is how I'm going to show you how to create from scratch. Okay, so you probably wouldn't do this on the same card, but I will show you how to do this. So in content over here, I'm going to come over and get, oh gosh, I didn't think about this ahead of time. I'm going to get some Christmas something or other. Let's see. Sorry. Maybe I will pause the recording while I find a paper. Okay, I'm just going to go with that design because it's all fine. You don't care. You'll just get your own design and do whatever you want. All right, so I don't want that one necessarily. Let's do this gray one. Okay, so what you need to do if you're designing it yourself, you'll drag, like I did, your paper on here. This is the cut line, and this is where you should go beyond just to be safe. So if I do say this, then I am safe. If I did this, I wouldn't quite be safe. It needs to come out, out, to the outside of it, okay? So these are my papers from that collection. These are my embellishments from that collection. So I don't want to take too much time to do this, but let's just say I want this over here. And I'm going to lock the aspect ratio. Actually, if I don't lock the aspect ratio, I can do this, which I might want to do, but if I don't, I will lock the aspect ratio. So I'm going to put this up here. And this is really just a drag and drop, right? So you can put corners around a picture. So I'm going to copy and then paste and paste and paste. So I'm right clicking to do that. So on all these, I want to come up and format. Sorry, I forgot. I haven't done this for a little while. Arrange. There we go. Sorry, it's under arrange. So I'm going to turn it. I'm going to use this to turn it 90 degrees. All right, so there's one. Then I'm going to turn this another 90 degrees. And there's another and another 90, 90, 90. There we go. Now it's kind of cool because you can see those green lines right there. I'm holding down my mouse so you can still see. The green lines right there show that it's all lined up. So if I come out here, I'm lined up with the bottom one, but I'm not lined up with the one above it. There we go. Now they're all lined up. So you can see when I did that before, there we go. So I know that they're all lined up. All right, so let me go and grab a photo again. I'll do this one. Okay, again, lock the aspect ratio. Bring it down to the size. And I didn't really, obviously I would want to measure ahead of time, like, make sure these are in the right place. So these, I'm going to move just a tad so it fits with this actual picture. Okay, and then, well, let's see. If I want to bring all 4 of those corners to the front, I click one of them, then I hold down the Shift key on my keyboard, click another one, click another, and now, whoops, I clicked the picture instead, sorry. There we go. Then I can right click and order, move to the front, and those will all come together. Now, if I want, I can click this little guy too. So now the picture and all 4 of those corners are selected, highlighted, or whatever. Now I can right click and group. And that way, when I move them, I just move them all at once. I can also resize them all at once that way. So let's see, if I were to make this from scratch, I might do, let's see, a photo here, a little, I don't know, I could bring this to the front. Do this here. I don't know how you'd want to do it, but you can see that you can put pictures on there wherever you want. You can put text on there wherever you want. We just go back to the insert text box and you can write your little, like Christmas letter kind of thing, If you are doing like a graduation announcement or a wedding invitation or something like that, this all applies. This is still the same. You still got a double-sided card, given the one that I just chose, or you can do the folded card if you want more of a traditional look and if you want more information and more pictures on there. So one thing, we'll just have my nonsense words over here. One thing that I would like to point out is that if you want to know, like there's a difference between a 4x6 card and a 5x7 card. Having something the same size or the same kind of aspect ratio, I guess, on one card is going to look smaller than on the other card since they're different size cards. So if you come down here to the bottom, you can see down here where my mouse is, right? You can actually like zoom way in to work on it, but make sure that you zoom to like roughly, it's hard to get it exact, but roughly 100%. So when you look at it, you're like, okay, this is what it looks like. This is what, how it will print. Let's see, I think that was all that I wanted to tell you. I'm going to click save. and we can go back to the first page. I think the only other thing that I do want to show you now is if you are using a template, if you're not doing something from scratch, let's say you made that first page with a template that was kind of already like offered to you, but then you came in and the back was blank. Let's say you want to use another template of some type. So you go to insert, now you go to home, you do add page using a template from an art kit. Oh, I have to remove a page. Just kidding. Okay. I thought you could put one on the very back. Anyway, all right. So let's go back to here and look at just some options. Even though this is a template, if I want, I'm going to right click this so I don't mess it up. Lock the aspect ratio. If I decide I want this to be bigger, I can actually make it bigger. If I decide, you know, this is kind of in the way over here, I just want maybe like 2 like this, right click, move to the front. Now, most templates are editable like this. Some of them aren't. It just kind of depends on the type of template. When you purchase, or some of it's free, but when you purchase the digital art from Forever, a lot of it will say like, this is a template, but fully editable, you know? So anyway, and then even though this is a template, again, if I want to come back to my content, let's find a different one. Let's do, if I decide that I want to add something else in here, like I want joy to be on here, then I'm going to drag it over. So what I just did, I dragged it accidentally on top of that picture. And so it kind of highlighted, you know, if I let go, it's going to put that in place of the picture, which is not what I meant. So that's why I undid it. All right. So let's say that I want to put joy on here and